Hello and welcome to Crafting with You, where I bring you a wide range of crafting tutorials and ideas. Today I'm going to show you how to make these super simple dessert fillings. So I am not by any means an amazing cook, but when I need to make a dessert of any kind, I always fall back on these two fillings. Each of these fillings can be used to make a variety of different desserts. The one here on the left is a pudding-based filling, very simple and creamy. And then the one on the right here is a mascarpone cheese whip, very decadent. The recipe for the full batch can be found in the description box, but I'll only be making a half batch today because I really don't need a ton of dessert in my house right now. So if you want to learn how to make these two dessert fillings, follow along with me. Let's get started. For the first filling, we're going to start with jell-o instant pudding in the vanilla flavor. You can use any flavor you want, but I just like to use vanilla. Get a bowl and then empty the whole package into your bowl. Remember, I'm only doing a half batch, so it's one box, but a full batch, you will need 2 boxes of this instant pudding. Once that's in, we're going to add milk to this. So one box requires 2 cups of cold milk. Give this a good mix for about 2 minutes and then leave it alone. After about 5 minutes, it'll thicken up to the consistency of pudding. To this, we're going to add some whipped topping or Cool Whip. I'm going to add 4 ounces to this, but when you do a full batch, you're going to just add that whole carton, the whole 8 ounces. So you're going to gently mix this in or fold this into your mixture. And at the end, you're going to get this nice, creamy pudding filling. And now you're done. Even this just by itself tastes really good. With this filling, we're going to do a simplified chocolate eclair dessert. So go ahead and get some graham crackers and line the bottom of your dish. So put that first layer down. And then we're going to spoon this pudding mixture on top of the graham crackers. So put enough to just line the bottom. It's totally your choice how much filling you want. Smooth that out. And when it's all done smoothed out, you're going to add one more layer of graham crackers right on top. If you happen to break your graham cracker in the process, it's totally fine. You won't be able to tell. Go ahead and use those broken graham crackers. When you're done, go ahead and spoon some more mixture right on top of there and smooth it out. You will now put on your last layer of graham crackers. So go ahead and do your Tetris move and fit it in as best as you can. Once you have your graham crackers layered on top, we're going to do the last part of this dessert, which is to add a chocolate topping. I'm going to use store-bought chocolate frosting because it's the easiest thing to do. Just go ahead and microwave it, starting at about 10 seconds and then add 5 seconds as you go. You want it to be this kind of runny consistency and pour it all over the top of your dessert. Once you get it on there, you want to spread it out. I realized I didn't have enough, and so I had to add a little bit more. But you want to have the whole complete top of the dessert covered. So now that that's done, we're going to put this in the refrigerator. Overnight is the best because you really want the graham crackers to soften up. And when you taste this, it is literally going to taste like a chocolate eclair. It's so good. And now let's move on to our next filling. We're going to start with 1.5 cups of cold, heavy whipping cream. Remember, this is a half batch. If you do a full batch, it's 3 cups. To this, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar or confectioner sugar. Go ahead and sift that right in. We'll now need to whip this into a whipping cream. You can use your stand mixer. I'm going to use my handheld just to show you that it can be done with either of them. We're going to start at the very lowest speed and make sure that all of the powdered sugar is incorporated into the cream. At this point, we're going to raise the speed every 15 seconds. When your cream gets to medium peaks, that's when you lift that up and your peaks still fall over. We're going to add some vanilla extract. I'm just using a half a teaspoon here. And we're going to keep mixing until your whipping cream gets to stiff peaks. Once your whipped cream is ready, we're going to add in room temperature mascarpone cheese. And I just get mine from Trader Joe's. We're going to start with a couple of spoonfuls at a time because you want to be able to gently incorporate this into your whipping cream so that it doesn't deflate. So just add a little bit of dollops at a time and you're going to fold this in very gently. Keep adding in the mascarpone cheese a few dollops at a time until all your cheese is incorporated. I like to make mine extra mascarpone cheesy, so the full recipe calls for 8 ounces to a full batch, but I like to add in 16 ounces. So this is what the mixture will look like after it's done. With this filling, we're going to make easy tiramisu. So start with some strong coffee. It doesn't have to be espresso. I just get coffee that's really strong. And you also need some lady fingers. Make sure that you get the kind that's hard or crunchy, not the soft kind. The soft one absorbs the coffee way too fast and the whole thing just falls apart. We're going to dip each ladyfinger into the coffee for just a couple of seconds and then place it into our dish. Only a couple of seconds because if you keep it in there for too long, again, it'll fall apart. So dunk like 1 second one side and then another second on the other side and then place it into your dish. So here we go. One side, the other side, place it into your dish. And we're going to repeat that for the rest of our ladyfingers until the bottom of your dish is covered. Once your first layer is down, we're going to spoon our mascarpone cheese whip right over the ladyfingers. Put as much filling as you'd like, and then we're going to smooth it out. Be gentle as the ladyfingers have been soaked in coffee. They're now really soft, so you don't want them breaking as you're spooning this mixture over. Start your second layer of ladyfingers dipped in coffee. Just like the first layer, dip your ladyfingers in for a couple of seconds, and then you layer them on top of the mascarpone cheese whip. We'll now add another layer of the mascarpone cheese whip right on top of those ladyfingers. Again, being very gentle as we don't want the ladyfingers to fall apart. At this point, I realize it's so much easier to use a spoon to spread this. I don't know why I was using a big old spatula, but go ahead and spread this completely over the top. Once your top layer is smoothed out, we're going to take some cocoa powder and just dust the top of your tiramisu. And now you're done. Go ahead and refrigerate this for at least 4 hours before you eat it to just let all the flavors melt together. I showed you how to make 2 desserts with these fillings, but there's so many more you can make. So here are some examples I made of these cute little individual cups. The first one here is like a Boston cream pie. You have sponge cake on the bottom with the pudding mixture with more sponge cake on top and then the chocolate frosting on the very top there. The next one we have is the tiramisu with the ladyfingers dipped in coffee with the mascarpone cheese whip, and I put a cute little ladyfinger on top for decoration. This one is just that chocolate eclair with the graham crackers with the chocolate frosting on top. In the back row, we have a berry trifle. So sponge cake with the mascarpone cheese with some berries on top dusted with a little confectioner sugar. And then we have a strawberry shortcake. I did the sponge cake with the pudding mixture with some strawberry garnishes on top. And the last one we have there is the mascarpone whip with just some berries. So as you can see, there's so many different flavor combinations you can make. You can tailor to whatever flavors you like. These fillings are good for up to 4 days in the refrigerator, so you can make them ahead of time and then just put it together whenever you need. So the next time you need to make a dessert, pick one of these two fillings and make something that seems like you spent a lot of time on it, but you actually didn't. So that's it for today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Crafting with You.